Welcome into this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we're going to talk about this guy, Calais Campbell. Could he be on his way to Kansas City? We are going to break down the latest Chiefs free agency rumors in just a matter of moments. Before we do that, folks, I got a little question for you. Do you love Travis Kelce? What's not to love about Mr. 87 himself? Here's what I want to do. We're excited that Travis is back in Kansas City in 2025. I want all of the Chiefs Kingdom to like today's video to show some support for Travis Kelce. Let's get at least 1,000 likes on this show. And who knows, he may be watching, somebody close to him, family member, friend, whatever it may be. We want our message to be heard loud and clear that we love Travis Kelce. We're excited to have him back in Kansas City in 2025. Hit that like button. We'll get started with today's show. As free agency rolls on, the Kansas City Chiefs still in the market, potentially making some more moves here over the coming days. And one player to keep an eye on, according to USA Today's For the Win, is Calais Campbell, who they are predicting will end up in Kansas City. Here's more from Corey Woodruff of USA Today's For the Win. Campbell deserves to at least play in another Super Bowl, and joining the Chiefs would give him an excellent chance of doing so. Kansas City would be lucky to add somebody like Campbell to the defensive line. So let's tell you more about Calais Campbell. He is going to enter his 18th season in the National Football League in 2025, assuming he finds somewhere to sign and play for. And he's seeking his first ever Super Bowl ring. He's had a fantastic career. He's accomplished a lot in the NFL, but still is trying to win that Super Bowl title for the very first time in his fantastic career to this point. And when it comes to the financial numbers, I think it's worth noting, if you go back and look at Calais Campbell with the Miami Dolphins last year, a team that, if we're going to be frank with y'all, was not very good in 2024. He played for just $2 million last year in Miami. That's pretty cheap. You don't have to be a genius to know that. And the Chiefs don't have a ton of money to spend, but one thing we've talked about on this program over the last several weeks is that the Chiefs are in a position where they can bring guys in on more team-friendly deals. And if Calais Campbell is serious about chasing that Super Bowl ring and willing to play for a discount, Kansas City could be the right place for that. We love our team-friendly deals around here. The Chiefs have had a number of them as of late, and Calais Campbell could be next. And it would certainly help a need on this defensive line for Kansas City that has been decimated over the last several days in free agency with the players that they have lost. And granted, there's still some pieces I really like, and we'll talk more about that later, but there's some obvious holes and things that need to be plugged up on that defensive line, and Calais Campbell certainly could help that cause. I think this would be a perfect match for Kansas City to bring in a guy of Calais Campbell's caliber who is still playing at a high level for a relatively cheap cost, a guy that has a great track record in the locker room, that's well-liked and well-respected, still playing very well, looking for that first Super Bowl ring, would likely take a discount. I think this is a perfect match for all parties involved here to sign him and bring him to KC. What do you guys think? Should the Chiefs sign Calais Campbell? You got two options here. You can type S for sign, P for pass, your chance to be Brett Veach. Weigh in, let us know if they should sign Campbell or not. We are continuing to cover free agency here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report as we bring you our daily news and rumors. We got live shows each and every Tuesday. We also are talking trades, draft, and more. This is your one-stop shop for all things Kansas City Chiefs. If you love the Chiefs, this is the channel for you. You need to subscribe now for free. Turn on notifications. Any moves that happen, we're going to make a video as quick as we can. Whether we're in the studio or I'm at home at the Jones Zone, whatever it may be, we got you covered. Subscribe now. Turn on notifications. Let's get at least 20 subs off today's video. We're getting very, very close to 70,000 subscribers on the channel, but we need your help to get there. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Let's tell you more about Calais Campbell and the fantastic career that he has had in the National Football League, a 6-time Pro Bowler, most recently in 2020. He was a first-team All-Pro selection in 2017, also named to the NFL's 2010s All-Decade team, and it was named by the Pro Football Writers Association as the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017. And that's only a portion of his resume, folks. We couldn't fit it all on the screen of all the things that Calais Campbell has done in his career. And the way I look at it this way, he is well on his way to Canton. He is going to be a Pro Football Hall of Famer someday. And Calais Campbell, at this point in his late 30s, entering his 18th season, this very well could be his last stop on the road to Canton. What better way to go out if you're Calais Campbell than joining the Kansas City Chiefs, making an impact, and getting a Super Bowl title? I think that would be a storybook ending for what has been a fantastic career for Calais Campbell. And you look at the numbers. People wonder, all right, he's old. What does he still have to offer at this point? Well, he hasn't even slowed down. In fact, you can see after 2021, he actually improved, got better, went from 1.5 sacks in 2021 to 5.5 in 2022, 6.5 in 2023. And then last year with the Miami Dolphins had 5 sacks, 12 QB hits, 52 tackles, and 12 TFLs. And although last year he played for $2 million in Miami, the folks at Spotrac are projecting that his value is around 1 year, $7.1 million. So if that's the range, Veach can negotiate and find a way to make this work. You're not asking too much to bring in Calais Campbell, especially with the Chiefs team that doesn't have a ton in salary cap space at this point in time. Campbell will be 39 years old next season. He'll be one of the oldest players in the National Football League. And you guys know the old adage, Father Time is undefeated. Well, Father Time lost to Tom Brady, and Father Time lost to Calais Campbell. He has beat Father Time. And on top of that, he is a perfect fit for Spags' defense here. And playing alongside Chris Jones, we've talked a lot about. Much has been made last year that Chris Jones' numbers were down, but it doesn't tell the full story of the double teams he was taking on. This would help out Chris Jones a lot to have a guy like Calais Campbell there to take kind of some of the pressure off him and provide some depth on that defensive line. I don't need Calais Campbell to be an every down player at this point in his career, but if he can provide some relief for Chris Jones, another body out there, then this could be a good fit for everybody in this case. You look at the Chiefs' defensive line. Here are the players that are under contract right now. Chris Jones obviously is there, and he just restructured his deal. I'm excited to see Chris Jones in 2025. George Karlaftis had a nice finish to the 2024 campaign after kind of a slow start, but he is still ascending and trending upwards. Jerry Tillery you brought in from the Minnesota Vikings, and the thought is that he's kind of a sneaky good signing there. Mike Dana is still around, and then we're still waiting on King Felix here. 2 seasons in, and he's yet to break out. We look back at last year, preseason, training camp, there was a lot of talk about King Felix, but we never really saw it on the football field when it mattered. Hopefully, this is the year we've been waiting for King Felix. And then other guys like Malik Herring is still around, Fabian Lovett Sr., Ika, B.J. Thompson as well. You need some more bodies. And Calais Campbell, I think, could help your cause and make this go a long way to have him in the mix there. Who's a player the Chiefs should sign? Who comes to mind? Whether it's a Calais Campbell or somebody else out there, give me a name that you would like to see in Kansas City in 2025. Weigh in the comments section and let us know. Got a great deal for Chiefs fans. Polos are on sale now for up to 50% off at chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos. We have the gray, the red, the stripes, all sorts of different polos to choose from. Only for a limited time, up to 50% off at chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos to get yours today. We also have other Chiefs merchandise available for you as well. Go check it out now. Chatsports.com/ChiefsPolos to get yours now. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. As we wind down here, free agency, already a weekend, and I know what some of you may be thinking, that you haven't necessarily had a huge splash signing at this point in time. But we all know that the Chiefs, their number one priority was to bring back Trey Smith and Nick Bolton, and that's what they accomplished there. I don't think the Chiefs are necessarily done. I think more help is still coming. And Campbell, this is a guy we've talked about. The numbers are still there. But overall, if you're looking for a good locker room presence, I think Campbell would be a great leader as well, the way he's carried himself. He won the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award in 2019, which some call the most important award in the National Football League, although there's a bit of propaganda to that. But nonetheless, like, you never hear somebody complain about Calais Campbell's character, and I think that's a big deal to have him there and to have an impact beyond just what you see on the football field, but in the locker room as well. I think it's a great idea to potentially bring in Calais Campbell here. If you enjoyed today's show, if you want to show some love to 87, Travis Kelce himself, hit the like button. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us, and we'll continue to cover free agency right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Appreciate you all. We'll see you next time here on the channel.